Ace, and this is my new YouTube channel where I speak to you guys about these two cameras that I took on a cruise vlog that I took with Royal Caribbean at Independence of the Seas. It was a 3 to 4 day cruise, and if you're interested in going in that cruise and you want to know if it's actually worth it going 3 to 4 days on a cruise, definitely watch that video. I ordered both cameras from Amazon. They came super quick, and I honestly decided to vlog 2 days before my cruise. This is the GoPro Hero 11. I took it on the trip and I got the creator bundle, and this is the DJI Pocket 2 creator bundle as well. I'm kind of like somebody that likes conveniency, and that I didn't want to have to like buy separate items and then put them together to take them on my trip. I kind of wanted the whole thing so that I can just go full throttle with my vlogging. So I am gonna keep one of these cameras. If you're interested in knowing which one and why, keep watching till the end. I divided the reasons as to why I kept which camera into 8 reasons. The first reason was packaging. So when I got both cameras, I got this one before the DJI, and when I received the GoPro, it came in this box because it is a creator bundle. So it came with a tripod, it came with a flash, it came with a mic. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like in a second. So this is the GoPro Hero 11. It came in this pouch with all the materials that I need to get started with my vlogging. I did use this already, so it is a little bit messy. I ordered these on Amazon because my photographer told me that I am going to be needing extra batteries for the trip in case my camera dies. I can just swap out batteries and continue vlogging. So it comes with this tripod. The tripod does connect directly to the camera through this USB port. And if you click on this button, it starts recording right away. It also turns on, and if you connect it, it connects right away to the camera. Over here, this is the charging port. This is the Bluetooth port if I did want to connect by Bluetooth and not through the cord. So that was pretty cool. It does have these legs that stand into a tripod. So I will stand it up and keep recording everything that I'm doing. But honestly speaking, I barely even use this. It was just so convenient to just have the camera in my hands and just grab and go. It comes with this little tiny flash that I can adjust depending on the brightness that I want. And if you leave it pressed, it turns off. It also comes with this mic in case you are vlogging and you want to make sure that the wind isn't in your way. It comes with these tripod pieces that adjust depending on the angle that you would want it on the tripod. So you can put it here, you can put it there. And it does come with this casing that kind of protects the camera, where you can add all of the extra gadgets. So you can plug this here. The flash, you can kind of mount it over here, and you will put this on the GoPro. This is the GoPro itself. It's the Hero 11. It's very tiny. It's about the size of my palm only. It was very convenient to take it around and just use it around. And it has a lot of advantages over the DJI Pocket 2, whereas the DJI Pocket also has advantages on the GoPro. Now, packaging for the DJI Pocket 2 Creator Combo comes with this box, and the box has the pieces of the camera that it comes with. The camera packaging itself over here shows you how you're supposed to connect your phone. The DJI itself along with its casing. So it comes with this case. This case was pretty cool because since the camera has the advantage of a gimbal, you want to make sure that the case is always protected, and the gimbal as well. The gimbal could crack, get messed up, and you don't want that to happen. It also comes with this, which has all of the gadgets that I showed out there. It comes with this handheld thing that you can put on your wrist, so that you're always holding. It comes with this tripod stand, which I actually never use because I always had the camera in my hands. You guys can see. Now, the DJI did come with some gadgets, like I mentioned, and all these gadgets came in this pouch right here with all these pieces in here that honestly had me very overwhelmed. This is exactly how I felt when I was actually unboxing the camera. So this right here is a windproof protector, so the sound of like the wind wouldn't sound through your video. These are little gadget pieces that I honestly never even opened because I felt like I didn't feel the need to have to open them. One that I did use was the one that connects to your iPhone. Let's talk about the DJI itself when it comes to packaging and carrying it around. So the DJI comes with this protective case because it has a gimbal. A gimbal is a part of the camera that moves around while you're moving. So instead of you having to be steady at the camera and move the camera towards you, if you're holding it and you move around, it actually moves towards you. So with the DJI, when I turn on the camera, you click this button right here and it automatically turns on to selfie mode, meaning that when you turn the camera on, it's going to be facing you, not the outer part. Now, if I needed to record something quickly in front of me, I had to click on this button 3 times. And then it would switch to recording in front of me. So that's about 5 to 10 seconds that I had to depend on if I wanted to record something quickly, and actually it was more like 15 because I had to take it out of this casing. So that's one thing to consider when you're purchasing either the DJI or the GoPro. The second thing that I kept in mind when I was using both cameras was connectivity. So connectivity was very important to me because I am a person that needs to be connected to their phone at all times in case I want to post something on my story and keep my followers on Instagram or TikTok updated with what I'm doing. So when it comes to the GoPro has an app, I believe it's called Quick. You can actually wirelessly connect the camera to the app, and the app loads the content that you have on the camera itself. Through the app, you can actually click on the photos or on the video and download it directly to your camera roll on your iPhone. When it comes to the DJI's app is called DJI Mobile or something like that. Not too certain on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I could not connect on the app. I don't know if it was because I had no service, but I could not connect on the app through wireless. I had to actually use one of the gadgets that connects directly to the iPhone. Slide it right here. And this is how I was able to connect to my phone. So if you turn the camera on and you have the app on your phone, you would have to plug the phone to the camera like this. And if you plug the phone to the camera, if you have the app would go directly to your phone. And this is the only way you'll be able to view the content that you had on the camera, at least for me, because I didn't have service. This is also how you connect the gimbal to actually follow you around through the camera. So if you don't have the app, you technically cannot use the DJI Pocket 2. At least that was my case. The other thing was that as I was trying to learn how to use the camera, because it was giving me such a hard time to actually understand how to use it, I was watching the videos on the app, and the videos on the app are in Chinese audio, but in English subtitles. And they were 7 minutes long of Chinese audio videos. And I kind of didn't have the time on my trip. Maybe I could have done it before I left, but it was just something unfortunate because I didn't have the time to do that. So that was something that kind of like pushed me a little bit away from the DJI Pocket 2. The third characteristic as to how I rated these cameras was usage. So how easy was each to use and what could I use each for? So the GoPro, because it was so easy to use, I could just drop it in my bag, take it out. The camera is also soundproof, waterproof, brick proof. Anything can happen to the camera. You can drop it anywhere and nothing happened to the camera, which is why I was using it during the daytime, because we were doing activities, we were getting in the sand, we were getting in the water. So I kind of didn't want to run the risk of messing this one up or not putting it inside the pouch, because at some points I just wasn't putting it in the pouch because it was too much to take it out, too much to turn it on, too much to place it towards you or towards me or towards whatever was happening. It was just too much. So I was using this one mainly in the daytime, and in the nighttime I was using this one. GoPro has 2 turn on buttons. It has this one where you turn on and you actually can change the modes of the camera, whether you want it to be photos, videos, or time lapse. And this button right here is my favorite part of the GoPro, which is a button where you can literally tap, click, and it'll turn on and start recording. So I actually love this feature because every time something was happening that I wanted to grab it quickly and just make sure that I get that content, I would take the camera out, click this button, and I knew it was automatically going to start filming and I wasn't going to lose any content. The other cool part is that if you turn it on like this, you can also turn it off like this. So you can just tap the button, the camera will automatically turn off and save the content that you recorded. The DJI Pocket 2, the coolest part about it was turning it on and automatically going on selfie mode. Most of the time, since I was using this in the night, it was perfect because I kind of wanted to get content of myself really. And if anything was happening, I know I can click 3 times and actually turn it around and record that way. But because the gimbal works by having a steady image, sometimes I still would have to twist my hand to make sure I'm recording everything. And sometimes it would get kind of like a little crazy because it would just grab onto anything and start recording that anything. But as far as usage, this was the best part of the DJI. I would move it anywhere and it would still get me and get my shot in the camera. The fourth characteristic of which I rated these cameras was conveniency to carry around. So like I mentioned earlier, this is so easy to just literally drop in your bag. You know it's not gonna get scratched, you know it's not gonna get messed up. It's even if water falls on it, it was just so easy to just carry around. Throw it in the bag, take it out, record, grab and go. This one was a little bit uncomfortable because if you have this connecting port to your phone, you kind of can't put it in the casing because this goes towards the inside. So it was kind of uncomfortable to have to actually remove that every time, because I kind of, see, this was a problem for me every time. So you would have to kind of carry this around. If I wanted to connect or send something to my phone automatically, I would have to carry this little thing around. Super uncomfortable. I was scared to lose it. I was just making sure that it was in my bag all the time. And when you're on vacation, you kind of just don't even want to think about anything. You want to just grab and go, get the content, and just shoot, you know? So that's another characteristic as to how I rated these cameras. The fifth reason was the fast shooting. Like I mentioned earlier, fast shooting was amazing because the GoPro has this button that you click on and it starts recording right away. And if you click on it again, it turns off the camera and it saves your content. With this, I actually couldn't do any fast shooting at all. I had to take the time to take it out the pouch. I had to take the time to turn it on, flip it, click 3 times to see if it was going to get the content in front of me, or selfie mode. You know, it was just very inconvenient throughout the trip. Sixth option was the touch screen. So the GoPro does have a smaller touch screen, and I did notice that one of the downsides of the GoPro is that the touch screen is not as precise. So I will have to click really hard to get something on the GoPro, and because it doesn't have any other buttons, you are very limited to just literally touching the screen. So sometimes I would touch on something that I didn't want, especially because we would be in the water using it. Whereas the DJI was easy to use the touch screen, but it's just a very small screen. That was very uncomfortable for me. Reason number 7 was the tripod. So when it comes to the GoPro, it comes with this waterproof tripod, which is really cool that you can actually hold it to your arm. So when you're using it around, you know, you can just do this and just grab it, which was really cool. The only downside to this is that the tripod has very short legs and these legs don't extend. So if I was shooting something on the table, I would have to have the camera literally sideways to shoot. And connecting it here was going to give me story mode, like Instagram Reels mode. And that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for YouTube with, but I could never stand it up straight. Even if I put it like this, it still gave a little tilted to the camera, so I could just never have it straight. So I actually never used this on the trip. I never really used this on the trip. When it comes to the DJI, I never even took this out because this is giving, like, I'm going to have to all the time have to grip this in, and this is something that you screw on. I don't have the time for that on a trip. And to actually connect that, I would have to disconnect this piece and connect the all-in-one do-it-all part, and then to this part, I would have to connect this, kind of like twist it around, and then open the legs and stand it up. Way too much. So I actually didn't use a tripod for neither, really. It's really cool because you can actually move this around, but I didn't use them. It was just too inconvenient on vacation. And the last reason number 8, was pricing. So there's not a big difference between the two. This was $594 creator bundle and this was $540 creator combo. The pricing between the two wasn't really that big of a difference. It was really a matter of which one was best. And I'm gonna get to that in a second. And I think you guys probably already know the answer. If you guys think it was the GoPro, comment below. And if you guys think it was the DJI, also comment below. And let's see which one I chose. And the winner is the GoPro. The reason why I kept the GoPro, it was number 1, packaging. Remember when I said packaging was important to me, but the fact that I opened this and I kind of understood everything, even though I'm not a camera person, just stood out to me. It was just really easy for me to know that this is a tripod, this is to connect the tripod, this is a mic, this is a flash. It was just really easy. Whereas the DJI, when I opened it, I did not know what was what, where, what, like I didn't know anything. I knew this came in here, so this was a pouch to connect. This was a pouch to actually keep the camera safe, but I didn't know really anything that was in here. I was just overwhelmed. It was just too many gadgets, too many things. I didn't know, I got overwhelmed. So I didn't like it. Comes to reason number 2, connectivity was the best. GoPro, because I actually could connect it to my phone. If I turn the camera on and I go on the GoPro app, quick app, I can literally watch all the videos that I just took literally a second before. Also, no awkward phone holding, connecting to this camera. My phone was literally tilted sideways while I was using this camera. I looked a little bit intense in dinner, holding my phone like this with this camera on the side. It was just a little embarrassing, so I didn't like that at all. Number 3 is the usage of the camera. Of course, this is waterproof, sandproof, fireproof, whatever. This is just proof everything. So I love that about the GoPro, the fact that I can just throw it anywhere, take it in the water. I didn't have to think about, oh my god, too much sun, too much sand, too much water. It was just waterproof, so I could just take it anywhere. As the DJI, I had to be so careful with it, making sure that the gimbal doesn't break off or actually just it's safe. It was just too much for me on a trip. I don't even want to think about anything that I have to do, let alone think about a camera breaking that I just got. Number 4 is connectivity. So the connectivity of the GoPro was super simple, straightforward. I didn't even have to watch a YouTube video on it, where at the DJI, I had to watch a couple YouTube videos, and even watching the videos, I still didn't understand. The fact that I had to connect my phone to be able to connect to the app, to then watch a video that was in Chinese, that was in English subtitles, it was just too much for me. Number 5 is definitely the fast shooting. I love the fact that I can take the GoPro out of my bag, literally just click a button, it'll start recording, and then click the button again and it'll turn off. That was my favorite part of the camera. Whereas the DJI, I had to take it out the pouch, click on the side button, tap 3 times if I was recording something in front of me. It was just too much. Those are the 5 reasons as to why I decided to keep the GoPro. The GoPro is going to be my vlogging camera from now on. So every video that you guys see on YouTube from now on is going to be filmed with my GoPro. So stay tuned for all the videos that I'm going to be dropping from now on. I'm going to be dropping anything from lifestyle to health to financial advice to beauty. I do nails, as you guys know already. If you guys don't know, please follow my Instagram and TikTok social medias at @dslays_nails. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.